3 cards for how Libra's feeling, first of all, then. Oh, are you watching from Japan? That's really cool. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Sorry if I got it wrong. Fujinami. Sukiya. I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I've done a bit of painting. Had some errands this morning, and then looking forward to doing some tarot now. Going to watch Wrexham play football tomorrow. Right, Libra, we've got the Strength reversed and the King of Wands upright. You know what? The King of Wands been coming out in a lot of the readings. I feel like, you know, the King of Wands is fire energy. It's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. It's all about having your solar plexus activated, being confident, being assertive, creating goals and going for them, being immovable, unrelenting, you know, almost arrogant. To get that with the Strength reverse is very strange because it's a conflict of energies, really. Something's making you very emotional, and I think you're trying to force something. You could be feeling very angry. You could be feeling like either weakened or angry, like domineering. It's effectively what it's creating is like this, really, which is the King of Wands reversed, where the emotions are like out of control. You know, that Leo energy is like boiling over. Passion, you know, wands are phallic, but it's when passion spills over, it goes over into anger, you know. I'm not sure I like it, to be honest. You could be very angry or domineering at the moment. You could feel like you need to push people around. Your birthday's the 12th of January. Is that Aquarius? Well, stick around for the Aquarius reading, okay? Oops. What have we got here? That's strange, isn't it? The way they came out, they're like sideways. 8 of Cups. Oh my god, what's going on here? So the 8 of Cups and the Queen of Swords are someone who's walking away from a relationship, asking for a divorce, demanding a divorce. I'm going to say demanding because the Queen of Swords is not an energy to mess with. I don't know why that is the challenge. You want out of something, and it's like I want to say an effing challenge, because the energy in this is so like, it's very intense. There's a lot of anger and frustration. Now, I've got a friend who's a Libra and she's already divorced, but of course if you have children, you've got to deal with someone, you've got to continue to deal with them. Maybe the divorce isn't finalised, maybe you're going through divorce. But you definitely don't want to deal with this energy anymore, Libra. Are you Capricorn? Seven of Wands reversed and the Four of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so money is flowing out and we don't want it to, because this is the Miser card. The Four of Pentacles upright is like, I need to conserve wealth. I want to hold on to the money that I've got and I can't. I'm having to spend money. And the Seven of Wands, this is freaky now because my friend's a Libra and this is the exact, like, this is exactly what's going on in her life right now. This is so weird. This is weird to me. Because I'm not going to give any, like, you know, identities away or anything, but basically, I'm sure this is a common issue. Over the summer, if you're sharing custody of children, say you're going to take them away for an extended period, like a few weeks, he's kind of like turned around last minute and gone, oh, I'm only going to like pay you the money for this month minus what I would have normally given you, you know, the number of weeks that I've got the girls or whatever. So she's going to get a week's pay rather than 4 weeks pay. And like, I get where he's coming from, because he's going to be like housing them where they normally live with her. He's going to be housing them for 3 weeks. But if you don't discuss that you're going to do that, you kind of leaving the other person like caught out. Do you know what I mean? There was no kind of like early warning about that. So financially, she's kind of expected, you know, to have X amount of money this month, and suddenly it's like almost none of it. So if you're just like in a long-term sort of way trying to manage your money, that can be a shock, can't it? If you're trying to manage like a mortgage or a rent or something, if you didn't know that that was going to be like something that they were going to do the day before, it's like not helpful. See, the Seven of Wands reversed. When the Seven of Wands is upright, it's maintaining the high ground. It's having the advantage, the upper hand. When it's reversed, it's like you've lost the advantage. You're at a disadvantage. You got a loss of money. So that's freaky, guys, because that's exactly what's going on with her at the moment. And I mean, like, it's already happened, like, but a few days ago. That doesn't mean that's the exact thing you're dealing with, but it's an example, do you know what I mean, of like unexpected outgoings to do with like a custody agreement or something like this. Let's get some cards for who's showing up for you. Okay, so your person has got the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Wands, but these are opposite positions, okay? So let's try them both ways because they came up sideways. If the Page of Pentacles was up, this person would want to invest in a new, you know, a new love. Someone that they think they like, and they would like the intention, because they don't know yet, because pages are like someone that doesn't really know someone. It's just like, well, the next person I meet, I'd like it to go far. I'd like to be serious with them, you know. So it's like you're looking to invest, but you don't know who with, kind of thing. But I would expect the Page of Wands to be upright, because that's excitement. It's naive optimism. That's reversed, so it's like there isn't excitement. It's more like maybe there's a bit of pessimism, bit of worry, or they feel like they have to cooperate, like, not cooperate. Yeah, like maybe they feel like financially the only way they could survive is to team up with someone else. I don't know, there's some sort of reluctance. Yeah, reluctance with that Page of Wands reverse. Like, it's not that exciting for them. It's just, it's more of like a serious energy, to be honest. So yeah, so at the moment it looks like there's a new person showing up in your energy, Libra. Someone that you've not had a relationship with yet. Two of Wands reverse. Yeah, see, that's what that means. When the Wands are reversed, it's like, I'm reluctant to do this, though. Like, maybe you've always been independent. Maybe you don't really believe in sharing finances with someone else. Maybe you've always been told not to do that, or you've observed family members do that and it go wrong. Maybe you've had a bad experience yourself, like direct experience. Maybe you've observed friends, you know, get screwed over by, it certainly happens in business, doesn't it? People go into partnership and then one day after years and years, someone just takes off with all the money. Like, it's scary. It's scary, like becoming partners in love, in life, in work. The Hermit with the Hierophant. Now let's put them back in the challenge position, because they were, weren't they? That was the challenge. Now, if you turn them the other way around, the Page of Wands is being excited but not investing. Oh, that's quite interesting, actually. Yeah, you can run around with naive optimism and then just refuse to invest in anything, and that's what a player energy is, isn't it? It's like, I'm just going to forever enjoy the excitement and the shallow kind of like feelings of like, well, it's just the very beginning, so I'm no way invested. I can't really lose anything significant here emotionally, financially, time-wise. Most people, especially during financial difficulties, they're running around doing this because, you know, because it gets lonely not being involved with anyone, but maybe you haven't got your ducks in a row or whatever. Or maybe, you know, you just don't like getting in deep because you've seen your parents get divorced, or you've, you know, never had a look in relationships. You've always come across people that make you feel bad, or that leave eventually. You know, who knows why people stay and play energy. I know why I've done it at times. I feel like this is my energy at the moment, you know, it's like, well, I've got the money, but I don't really want to invest it in anyone. I'm not really excited to do that because I don't really trust people based off of how things have been in the last 5 years. I don't really have like a reason to trust people with my hard-earned money. Refusing to plan. Oh, I said I was going to put them in the challenge position, didn't I? So do I invest or don't I? Probably not, because it'll turn to shit anyway, okay? That's kind of the vibe. The Hierophant and the Hermit. Wow. Okay, so the Hierophant is the teacher, and the Hierophant is someone who's wise due to direct life experience, okay? If you have gone out with 3 people in the last 2 years or 3 years, and they all just wanted your money, they were terrible with money, life is going to tell you to hold on to those pennies and not partner up with anyone, because it's experience. Even if you've had good relationships in between those bad relationships over a longer period of time, your wisdom gained from those experiences has told you not everybody is somebody to partner up with, and you can lose a lot of money that's taken a long time to earn by being foolish, okay? So this is withdrawing. The Hermit is someone that's deep in reflection. It's the major arcana for Virgo. The Hierophant is the teacher. It's someone who is not naive anymore. Right, so I know which way this is. Okay, it's this way. It's like, I've got the money to invest, but I am not naive anymore. Okay, so not really excited about partnering up with anyone. So what's going to happen with meeting someone like this is they're going to be incredibly cautious and have a lot of walls up. Okay. Doesn't mean they won't invest eventually, but it's going to be a go slow jobby. Yeah. They could be a Taurus, they could be a Virgo. I would say that there's a strong chance that they have Taurus or Virgo energy. You know, Earth energy is all about being safe, secure, having material possessions, having earthly matters taken care of, everything's in hand. And earth signs can, you know, be people, because anyone can be someone that's struggling for money for a period, but they want security and they are not going to, you know, if an earth sign meets someone that's sexy but they feel like they could be a player, they're just going to do that. Then they're just going to like fuck around with them, and they're certainly not going to have a relationship with them or settle down with them, have kids and get married to them. They're not going to do it. Okay, there's not a chance. An earth sign is like a cat that sleeps with one eye open. There is not a chance they're going to invest in someone that is just completely like a loose cannon, unreliable, you know, like expects to live off someone. It's just not happening. Of course they'll sleep with them. They're not going to invest in someone like that though. Earth signs are pentacles, they are money. So they like security, they need security. They could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. You know what's interesting? That's really interesting, isn't it? Because this is very financially focused on this side for you, Libra. And this is financially focused on this side for whoever this person is. That's very interesting, actually. Someone's coming into your life that's no fool. And what's interesting as well is you're showing up as fire energy and you are an air sign. So there's no swords other than the, well, actually you're showing up as the King of Wands and the Queen of Swords, aren't you? So I sit corrected, actually. You got the Queen of Swords. But it's weird that you got all this fire energy. It's very money orientated, this. I do feel like there's a life lesson coming here, Libra, and you might not like it. But I think you're going to become more financially responsible, more financially independent, and then you're going to be rewarded with this person. Because this person is not going to, they're not going to pay your way at all. No effing way at all. And they're showing up in your reading for a reason. And it's not an ex, and it's not the person that you're like divorcing or separating from. It's not past energy. They're showing up as a page, right? So it's someone that you're going to be involved with in the future. Right, in the outcome, we've got the Three of Wands reversed, so no action being taken. Knight of Wands reversed. Player energy. Three of Cups reversed. This reading's brutal, guys. Okay, so because they don't view this as a safe option for them financially, there's no security for them. What they're going to give you is a player personality. Okay, you're going to get the player treatment off this person. Now, you don't have to be involved with them, but they know that you haven't got your ducks in a row, and therefore they are not going to invest. They're going to like, if you want to sleep with someone, you can. If you don't want just fun, Don't look for it from this person that's showing up right now. Three is a number of community, and it's groups of people coming together to celebrate. So, you know, that's reverse. It can also be a third party card, as you know, in a love reading, and that's reverse. So I don't know if anything's being exposed. For me, like Knight of Wands reversed is not only is it a player, it's someone who's extremely impulsive. They could even get angry at times. Like, it's someone that's really not. They're overly lusty, overly impulsive. It's that energy, like, amplified in either direction. They could have a lack of libido and a lack of fire, or they could be over the top fiery and like really impulsive and lusty. But it's, I mean, neither of that is good, is it? And that's in the outcome. Let's find out what's gone on with this person, like why they like this. I can't speak for Virgo and Capricorn, but Tauruses are very, very passionate. So it's entirely possible for a Taurus to give you that energy or that energy. I can't speak for a Virgo. Okay, I know that Virgos are very like sapio sexual, you know, like they're really excited by intelligence and intelligent conversation, knowledge, facts. They're very witty. That no, you're not going to get anything past a Virgo. If you do, they will never forgive you, and they may get vengeance on you. Like they're very, you know, they got their mind is in the past more than even the Hierophant. They're very reflective people, Taurians and Virgos, but a Virgo, you better sleep with both eyes open. I'm telling you, like, get a knife under your pillow if you cross a Virgo. They're terrifying. I don't know about Capricorn. I think Capricorn's really, really money focused. I don't know about they could be really sexual. They could be, there's potential, you know, for like, let's find out what's gone on. Why in this Page of Wands vibe, this like Knight of Wands? This person wants to party, whoever it is. They definitely want to dance horizontally. Hi HR Fishing Power. Hi Daniel. Daniel Dees. Hi Stephen. Stephen, hopefully, I know it's a collective reading, but it should resonate. Or you can ask for a personal reading. Bottled up. I told you. I told you. Be careful about meeting up with someone who... It's hard because you can't really tell, does it? When you're like, I've had this happen to me. If you meet up with someone who you kind of used to having as your go-to person and you think everything's going to be fine because you sort of arranged it by text, you get there and then they're in a foul mood and it ain't nice. It's not nice being around someone when they're in a terrible mood. This person, they might not be the best of company, you know. Even if they're like very handsome or very beautiful, and You could get more than you bargained for with, like, they could be in a foul mood when you meet up with them. I'm just a bit nervous, really, to be a bit silly now and laugh about it because because they're now a knight, you could have actually already, like, slept with this person or had dealings with them before. They could be one of your go-to people, but just be careful. We're not in a really not nice mood for whatever reason. I'm not saying it's because of you, but you might get on the wrong side of them without doing anything to deserve it. Do you know what I mean? It's not nice being around someone when you're sort of like getting a brunt of like their bad week or whatever. Bit weird that. For example, I met up with someone who'd always had like really good times together and seemed fine by text. And then when I met up with him, he was like just in a foul mood, and I couldn't believe he did it. He actually left like while I was sleeping, and I'm like, what the hell? I can't believe he did that to me. Like, so humiliating. And I just can't. I can't stand the person now, and it's like we've known each other for a long time, but it's like you don't do that. It's someone that's not going to keep you safe. They're not going to like meet up with you and be thinking about your well-being. Do you know what I mean? So you need to be careful with that one. You don't want someone else's like. It's because he like was in trouble in work and he nearly lost his job. But it's like that's not my fault, and I haven't done anything to deserve it. And you have to spend time with me. So do you know what I mean? Bloody weird. It's taken him 6 months to apologise. He's ashamed of what he did because he blocked me, so I couldn't like have a go at him. Then he unblocked me, and I thought, you cheeky fucker. So I sent him the video that I created that day, and then I blocked him as soon as I could see that he'd read it or watched it. And then he's like tried to contact me on other social media like another 3 months later, thinking I just won't remember how that made me feel. And I had it out with him big style, and he was like, you've only ever been good to me and stuff like this. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. So that won't be happening ever again. Never putting myself in a situation with someone that can't handle their own emotions because of all the stuff that's happened to them. They're going to take out on me. No. No. Healing mirage. See through illusions, navigate dangers, and find solace in therapy's guidance. This is weird. This is so weird. You know that guy that did that? He's a Libra, and his name's Mirage. I don't mind giving away his identity because it's a knobhead. Need to be wary of him. Bloody hell. See through illusions, navigate dangers, and find solace in therapy's guidance. Oh my god. This person's like an emotional wreck, guys. Gotta be careful out there. Oh my god, look at this. Trash. Throwing away, getting rid of, tossing out. Keeping a promise. Tantric sex. Fake friends. Oh my god. This person's running around. They're cheating on multiple people. With multiple people. They hang around with people that don't really care about them. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. They're shady. This person's shady as. They keep screwing up. they're projecting onto other people things that are unhealed within them. So like, for example, this lad that I not lad, he's a man, but like his parents had had an arranged marriage, right? And it wasn't a nice one. So he didn't really believe in like relationships. He just sort of runs around, like serial dater. There's stuff going on here that's unhealed with this person, and for phases they like project it onto people that don't really deserve it. It's almost like, when you know better, but it's like you click into a certain mode and you just like unravel around people for a phase, and then you like wind your neck in for a phase. It's like that. Like the acting up or acting out. Not everyone is meant to stay forever. Some people come to teach you something. Oh, they've had healing triggered in them. They're in like deep, deep contemplation now. Be very careful about meeting up with anyone who you've got as a go-to person in the next week or two. It could have already happened. But they're acting out. They're projecting stuff onto other people. They're acting out. They're showing up as a Knight of Wands reverse, and you got like that anger thing there. Bottled up many unexpressed emotions, time bomb, holding back. It's someone that's bringing, like trouble with them. They're making like a mess everywhere they go. I don't like it. Say you're someone that has already met this person, but it's never, maybe you've like, they're like a go-to person, but you never had a relationship with them. Probably because they never allowed it to get to that, to even try. Let's get messages from them. You're my favourite. You're the person I want to call when something good or bad happens. The first thought when I have news to share, you're my person. This isn't goodbye. I don't want to walk away, but it's what's best for me and us right now. This isn't goodbye. We will be together again soon. They're spiralling, man. They're spiralling. They got all these feelings, all these emotions, and they run around making a mess everywhere they go. That's why some people disappear without explanation. We need advice with this. We need advice, don't we? Fake friends. Maybe they don't have like people that they feel like that close to. Do you know what I mean? Out of family and like friends, relationships, like Why am I getting timing cards? We don't want timing for this. What's the nature of this connection? Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. They mainly have like shallow friendships, you know, because if you think about it, if they're not comfortable having a proper relationship, maybe they're not comfortable getting in deep like with friends because they don't want to invest emotion into like real friends. If you're gonna like mess it up with someone that's a really good like high value person for a relationship, maybe you're messing up high value friendships as well. Does that make sense? It's kind of a catch-22 because then you can't really heal when something goes wrong. Who do you go to? If everyone that you hang around isn't really a proper friend and you don't really have proper relationships, you just have hookups, who are you going to go to when things are bad? And then how do you heal? You don't, and then you just keep doing it. Do you know what I mean? So then maybe like just treat everyone like shit because you think people are shit, but they're not. Some people are not. Some people are high value. Let's get confessions from them. We've got a couple of confessions. Oh my god, look guys, look. I need to heal my inner child wounds. Is that what I said? That's what I said, isn't it? I am thinking about reaching out. This is someone that's in and out. They're in and out. They don't allow themselves to have proper relationships. They don't invest in, people for relationships. They don't invest in proper friendships. They've got inner child wounds, okay? So fundamentally, if you think about attachment, people who have like avoidant attachment situations, that comes from parent, doesn't it? It comes from like whatever your immediate, like formative years were as a child. Your early years as a child, like if you don't form healthy attachments, then it affects everything. It affects friendships, it affects relationships. Someone who's in and out, they don't like to get too close. They keep you at arm's length. They're unhealed. They need to heal inner child wounds. Thinking about reaching out, okay, but they either previously haven't treated you well, or if you meet up with them, they may not. Do you know what I mean? Be careful. I couldn't leave when that happened to me. I'd had a few drinks, so I couldn't drive home. So I had to spend the night by myself, and like it was fucking awful. Like it wasn't. I'm not talking like the early hours of the morning. I'm talking like 9:30 at night on a Saturday, and I didn't have time for myself. I was like in the middle of my teaching course. This was like the one, like night in the week where I would like usually see friends or family. This guy has to see me, and he left me sat in a room by myself all those hours. Like I couldn't drive because I'd drunk. Do you know what I mean? So it's like maybe don't drink if you like go somewhere to meet with this person, or like maybe ring them up beforehand and try to get the vibe of like how they are. Don't rely on setting something up with messages, because he'd sort of like told me that shit had gone down with his work, but it didn't come across that he wasn't okay, or that like I do you know what I mean? Like I didn't really, maybe I underestimated, like I don't know. I don't think I did anything wrong, but just try to find some way to exercise caution before meeting up with anyone that fits this description. To avoid drama, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Advice for Libra, please. Advice for Libra. Oh my god, that bird, like, it sounded like someone screaming outside the window. Strength. Stay afloat and feel steady and calm. That's really strange, Libra, because you've got the strength card reversed there. Stay afloat and feel steady and calm. How weird that they've got, you know, these like confessions that I've got inner child wounds. I'm thinking about reaching out. You're my favourite. Well, act like it then, you absolute weirdo. Do you know what I mean? Healthy people get hurt by people who are hurting. Does that make sense? Probably not. You've got a long gosh reading, but it's because there's like so much coming out. Maybe it's just as well, maybe I save you like a difficult situation this week. Difficulties, jealousies from others may serve as obstacles to the success of this connection. To be a player, well, actually, I don't think that's true. I was going to say maybe this person's very, like, handsome or very beautiful. But all sorts of people become players, don't they? Like, we can fall for anyone. It's not really about what they look like all the time, but it can be like their energy or how they make us feel, I guess, more than anything. But this person has fake friends, right? So yeah, they're hanging around with certain kinds of people that don't really give a shit about what's best for them. So there could be, if you think about what that means, that could mean drugs. It could mean breaking the law somehow. You know, selling things that they shouldn't be selling. Weapons. I don't know, like, the sky's the limit with stuff like this because you're all dealing with different people, but be very careful because the more I talk, the more stuff I'm remembering about this shady character. And he was into some of that, okay. Don't like this. Don't like this person. I think it's probably better if they stay away. Advice for Libra, please. Tend to the small things. Don't let this person distract you away from your responsibilities, big or small. Take care of stuff how you have been, okay? Because when someone brings you chaos that's chaotic, it messes up everything. And it only takes missing some small details or forgetting to do one errand or a couple of errands. Maybe it's a big thing, but they're going to knock you off your game. You need to stay strong. You know, you're trying to be a leader, but you're feeling weak. But it's like, you got to just push through this difficulty that you're having and don't be tempted to dance with the devil, because I was laughing about it earlier, but I just think it's going to bring you drama. Even if it's someone that you've previously, they've been great and you've had a great time with and you're like, yeah, happy to do that again, like really enjoyed it, they're not in the vibe to be like good company, okay? I'm just telling you now. They're going to take stuff out on you. Take charge. You need to protect yourself. Take charge. Protect yourself. Okay. Don't be tempted to kind of distract yourself with anyone who you know is a bit chaotic, bit trouble. Don't do it. You've got big shit going on and you need to make sure that you keep your eye on the ball. Stay strong. Stay like focused. If I had a magic wand and could have anything I desired in life, what would I choose? Burn with desire. There is power in your desires. Let them be your fuel today. This is, oh my God, this is such good advice. Because look, you really need to be strong at the moment and stay focused and be like very stoic. And it's hard. It's hard for you to do that. Your desires are your soul's wings and it's time to take flight. Today's soul action. Today go inward. Your answers lie within. What do you desire? Choose what makes you happy and do that. If I had a magic wand and could have anything I desired in life, what would I choose? It's true, like, if you have a goal and you complete it, it kind of like, it does stoke the fire, doesn't it? Set a goal, complete it, even if they're like small goals to start with, like, build up, do you know what I mean? It'll stoke the fire. What haven't I picked? Let's get you a fortune. This should be something positive. A secret wish will soon be granted. Keep your heart open. If you haven't asked for something already, if you didn't use Lionsgate and you don't like manifest like any day of the year, do it. Spirit doesn't know what to reward you with or give you or help you with if you don't ask. Okay, so get clear on something that you want and just say, universe, I really want a house in this kind of location, or I really want a person that has these qualities, or I really want a workplace that understands me. Like, ask for something that you want, okay? Because it will be granted. This is an IOU from the universe, I'm telling you. Nice, okay. Alright, take care of yourself, stay safe, try and do what I said, and like if you're tempted to meet up with anyone who you know is a bit of a loose cannon, bit of a shady character, give them a call first, okay, and try and get a feel for like what's going on with them. Do a bit of extra precautionary measures. And put in your order because the universe is waiting to give you something. It's waiting to grant a wish that you've got. I think, you know, sometimes like with this person that I was talking about, with regards to me, he was so used to like people caving and people like saying it's okay after a while that he kind of thought that I would do that. But he didn't realise who he was like dealing with. But it's like good because if you just keep like forgiving someone or let someone back in after they've done something bad, they're not going to learn. It's only by them realising retrospectively what they've done and what they've lost, and that there isn't going to be a second chance that change will actually occur. And then that's also good for me because I'm like going into my power, putting my foot down, putting out boundaries, okay, where like we've probably both grown, you know, in that situation. Like maybe that's what that connection was always about, you know. Maybe it was a karmic lesson for me to put boundaries up. Because I definitely had a karmic before him as well. So always reflect on like what you're doing yourself and like, are you putting boundaries up? Are you being independent with money, or are you trying to find solutions, you know, in the wrong way? You running around with people, you know, you shouldn't. Like, what is it that you're doing? Because it's a mistake to not use the opportunity to evolve and grow, you know. I'm gonna have to put lights on and close that window. It's freezing. I'm not answering individual questions. These are collective readings by zodiac sign. So you need to watch your sign or the sign of your person. I can't do Q&A lives until I've got a certain number of watch hours, so that's why I'm not doing them. We're just starting the sign of Scorpio. I've done Libra, and I did Aries 3 to Virgo yesterday, in yesterday's live. Because I'm going to watch Wrexham tomorrow,